Even when the river stops, even when it all looks different, yeah. Even if I grow up, even if something's missing, yeah, something's missing, I'm still coming home, I'm still coming home. To breathe the air that tastes so sweet and knows all my strength, knows all my weakness, reminding me that I was a child, reminding me that I'm coming home.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Berry Mountain Homestead. I'm Tony, this is Michelle. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of harvesting, right?
Yep, and preserving.
Mm-hmm. We're not going to do any canning like we spoke about before. We don't really have room in the RV.
Yeah, with living in the RV, it's just really difficult to do the whole canning process. So we're doing a lot of freezing today. We're also going to be doing some dehydrating. I think we're going to make some sun-dried tomatoes. We did that last year and it was really good. You just stick them in the dehydrator, put them in some olive oil, and then you have awesome sun-dried tomatoes, which are very expensive in the store anyway. So
The dehydrator is fantastic.
yes.
You use it for a lot of different things. We tried dehydrating peppers last year, and I didn't like them. They're fine for soups.
Yes, they're great for anything like soups, chilies, you know, something that you put it into something else. You wouldn't have it as a side dish.
No, but
though.
frozen peppers are fine. You can just eat them.
Right, which we're also going to do today.
Yes.
We're going to cut up some peppers and freeze them too because our peppers are doing really well. So
Yes.
Another thing on the list too though is our Brussels sprouts that are down here. We need to take off the bottom leaves, which you were saying some of them fell off naturally, right?
One of them, they all fell off. I don't know.
They're like behind us, if you can see. They're all in this big patch here. With our zinnias and with all this other stuff. So we are going to take off the bottom leaves of them. That will make the plant say, hey, it's time to produce some Brussels sprouts. And hopefully then we'll get a good batch of Brussels sprouts.
I hope.
Oh, yeah. They are very big, honestly. I feel
The ones
like
down here did way better.
they're not in pots, they're in the ground. And
we did nothing to them.
we really took a very backseat approach to honestly a lot of the stuff down here just because life got busy, but these especially we didn't do much to, and they had some damage, pest damage, as you can see throughout the, oh, what was that? Did you see all those little gnats?
Yeah.
What speaking of pest damage, good grief. Anyway, so they did get some pest damage and stuff, but I don't think that will actually do anything to actual Brussels sprouts because they are developing now when it's starting to get into the fall.
Hi, Dixie.
Do you guys see Dixie? We brought her down here. She's having a blast. Dixie, come here.
Oh God, Remy's here.
Oh, let me let him
meow.
in. Remy! Come on. Come on. Don't scare him off.
Hi, Remy.
There
This
we
is
go.
your first time in the garden.
No, second.
Second time.
Yeah, I brought him in once, just him and I.
Best friends.
He never comes down this way on his own. It's because we were here.
First, we are going to work on the Brussels sprouts, right?
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna trim all the leaves. We're gonna throw them in the compost afterwards, which is perfect.
Yeah.
And hopefully in a couple weeks, we'll have some Brussels sprouts. They're already off.
Yeah, they
all the
come
way
off
up here.
naturally some, huh?
Yeah.
So we have some of our sweet potato vines all the way out here, and then we planted them way, like right where my finger is, down in the ground there. But if you come this way, it's also grown up the fence a little bit too. Kind of just did their own things. Past this, my mom has all her pumpkin patch, and we did get some good sized pumpkins in there this year.
Oh God.
What? Oh boy. Do you want me to take it? Here. Oh, okay. Yep. Got it.
Thanks.
I think I'm gonna have to hold it. It's gonna just swing back at you.
Don't launch sunflowers at me.
Oh my gosh. This is now my job. Okay. That one's big.
Yeah, it's huge. Sweet potato vines everywhere.
Just sawing a sunflower. There we go. Hi, Dixie. They look good, minus all these white moths. But
yeah, we might neem them or something tonight.
yeah, that looks good though.
Yeah.
What about all these leaves? Should we pick all these leaves up or?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick them all up and throw them in a cart and take them over to the compost.
Okay.
And add them as a green for our compost.
And I am going to work on picking some tomatoes to put in the dehydrator.
On these old streets, I wanna stay here for a while. I wanna go to where we used to. I wanna do the things that we used to do. 'Cause I'm coming home. 'Cause you are my home. Yeah, yeah. My sweet, sweet home.
Where'd Dixie go? Huh?
My father's on the boulevard with my sister in his arms. And now she's older, a little bolder. She's still resting on his shoulders so that she doesn't miss a thing. Way above the crowd, she sits and sings that I'm coming home. He is coming home. I wanna lay on these old streets. I wanna stay here for a while. I wanna go to where we used to. I wanna do the things that we used to do. 'Cause I'm coming home. 'Cause you are my home. Yeah, yeah. My sweet, sweet home.
So what we did to the Brussels sprouts down in the big garden is the same thing that we did to the Brussels sprouts that we have up here in our grow bags behind me. We trimmed the Brussels sprouts in the grow bags about 2 or 3 weeks ago, so I can show you what the ones down in the garden will look like in about 2 to 3 weeks. So here are our Brussels sprouts that we trimmed up a couple weeks ago. You can see they only have the leaves right on the top. That one's a little wonky here. A little weird, but you can see from the bottom all the little Brussels sprouts growing all the way up to the top. And then there's none up there yet where the leaves are. Well, they're just starting. So the ones down there should look like this in a couple of weeks, and then hopefully as it starts to get some light frost around here, that these will be finishing up so that it tastes really good. So we're inside now, and we're prepping to dehydrate and freeze our tomatoes and our peppers. We just got done processing the peppers. We put them in bags to freeze. I can show you that. These are our peppers. We just put them in freezer bags. These are quart bags. Throw them in the freezer, and they come out really well when you take them out to use them in whatever dishes you want. Now the tomatoes, we like to dehydrate, and we either use them for sun-dried tomatoes, even though they're not sun-dried, and you put them in oil in a mason jar, or we grind them up after they're completely dry and turn them into tomato powder. And we still have a little bit left from last year.
Yeah.
Let me show you that.
So this is the tomato powder we have left. It's so easy. Like Tony said, we just dry them in the dehydrator, and then we use, I think, a blender, like a little Ninja blender you use for smoothies. Ground them all up, and then I've used this for chili, for marinara sauce, like pasta sauce, anything like that. We even did tomato soup with this. It's just a mixture of this and water, and you can do different things. Like you can make tomato paste, you can make tomato sauce, you can do, like I said, the tomato soup. I say I would use it mostly for the tomato paste. I just add it into the dish to thicken things up. And then it smells amazing too. Like the aroma that this has is amazing. So over here I have already started kind of putting the tomatoes on. Now these are, I think these are like the early girl ones. If you use paste tomatoes, that's best because it has less of the like gel and the juice in them. But a tip is, if you, when you can, you want to have the tomato so that the juice and like that gel area is upright. If not, it will just kind of all fall out and dry out that way. If you can like contain it in there, that is the best, especially for sun-dried tomatoes. That's what we try to do. Now, these would be great to grind up. I really actually like sun-dried tomatoes to use. Over here we got a bunch of these cherries. So if you get your cherry tomatoes and then you just cut them in half, then you have two like pockets that they dry out really nicely, and then these are great to just put in your mason jar for sun-dried tomatoes. So I like these better for that, but we'll probably just see how much we have and go from there. We have this whole bowl here, these, and then what I already put on there.
And that's really all there is to what we do for our extra tomatoes and our peppers. Just the peppers we just cut up and freeze.
Yeah, we can show them the dehydrator and how we're doing that once we get this done.
Yeah, we'll show you how we put them in, which you already saw how we lay them out. I don't remember how long it is. Do you remember? We gotta look it up.
I have to look it up. I have a book.
It doesn't matter. Every time we've done it, you gotta double the time that they say.
And it will, that's because it depends on the humidity. It depends on so many other factors. And the fact that since we're in the RV, we're doing it outside.
We are doing it outside.
I have no idea how
It'll
long.
probably take 3 days to do.
Yeah, or maybe not. Maybe it's the opposite. I have no clue. So it'll be a new experiment for sure, doing it outside.
We'll find out.
But like, there's some things that you need to do outside because of the smell, right?
Hot peppers.
Yeah.
Don't ever dehydrate hot peppers inside. You will cough. We did this last year with poblanos. You will cough. It'll burn your throat, and it will not be fun, and you will have to leave your house until they're done.
Alright, so the last thing that we're doing today is starting this process of dehydrating these tomatoes by hitting the on button, and we have it all ready to go. So this is our setup, you guys, because of the RV, right? I think it's pretty good.
It's great.
It's great. So actually bonus, like we were saying earlier,
Don't eat the tomatoes.
Dixie, you kind of don't want your dehydrator even inside your house, depending on what you're dehydrating in the first place. It can be very strong, fumes, and yeah. So
Or it can smell awesome.
yeah, that's true.
Or it can smell great.
But since we're living this beautiful RV life, which we're very set up here, as you can see in our porch, we also have the dehydrator out here, which is gonna work out great. So we have it all set up. As we said before, I wanna show them this. The cherry tomatoes is what we're going to use for probably the sun-dried. And so this is what I meant by you have them with the like insides up. And then the other big tomatoes, it doesn't matter. I just slice them, and then we will probably grind these up for tomato powder. So we are setting this today at 1:35.
That's what I saw. I didn't look at the book. I forgot. I just looked it up online.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone says a little different too.
Yeah, one I saw said 150, one said 135. We'll do 135. I know it's going to take like
Forever.
2 days.
Sun-dried tomatoes you leave a little bit more leathery, and then the other tomatoes you dry out completely. I am having deja vu. I feel like we filmed this last year and explained this process.
It's possible.
Like us saying that, I feel like I'm just having deja vu. But that's the process though. So you have to monitor it. You have to keep checking it.
And some of them are going to be done first, and you take those out and you leave the rest in. Because you don't want them, if you want them for sun-dried, like you said, you can't just crush them.
Yeah, and then too, like it's just like baking something. Like you want to cut them kind of the same size. Now you're always gonna have, you know, ones that are different, and that's why you also have to keep monitoring them. So that's the plan. So let's turn this on.
It's not plugged in.
Oh.
Pick one.
So we haven't shown you the outside of the RV for a while. So this is the outside. We just got some mums and stuff for fall, but we have our deck and all of that. And then these pumpkins, these we got But these pumpkins are the ones from my mom's pumpkin patch that we showed you when we were down in the garden today. This is the, I should say this is the Excalibur food dehydrator. It was a little pricey, but we love it because it's so big. You can get other ones that are cheaper that stack.
They
But
also make smaller Excalibur ones. This is the 9 tray.
they do. We knew we wanted one though that was big and mighty because we're gonna be using it for a lot for many years. So this is the one we chose, and I think I got it on Amazon. I'm pretty sure.
How long do you want to put it in for? Like, what time is it now?
Okay, it's 3:52.
We want to have it turn off when we go to bed to check it.
Yeah.
It's for 6 hours.
Okay.
6 hours isn't enough, but we'll at least get an idea of where they're at. We'll do 6 hours to start, and then we'll check it tonight and probably turn it on for another 6 hours when we're sleeping.
Right. And it's not supposed to rain. If it does rain though, our plan is to hang a tarp here just to protect it a little bit. This lovely towel is so I don't hit my head.
Yeah,
Because I'd always forget.
This is about 8 inches off the ground, so normally this would be just fine to walk under.
Right.
It's also not out all the way because of Dixie's pole.
Yeah, Dixie has her line here, which you can see she's attached to. So yeah, with a little RV update. We've been having this out, and like Tony said, we keep this here because it's lower. And I hit my head on it. Anyway, so the dehydrator is gonna be on at 1:35 for 6 hours just to start, just to test them out. And there we go.
That's it.
The beautiful hum of the dehydrator has begun. It is officially fall.
Yeah. Technically, you could do this midsummer too if you have tomatoes.
Absolutely, yeah.
We use them for other things.
Yep. So we're gonna take these guys over to our freezer so that we can have our peppers throughout the year. We'll probably do that we have way more peppers on the vine, so we're gonna do that a lot more. But that will wrap up this vlog of kind of preserving and doing some garden work this fall. I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with us today.
If you're still here, don't forget to subscribe,
Yep.
like this video, and we will catch you next time.
Bye.
Edge of my bed, waiting by the river, waiting by the river. I found a little piece of homestead.